see. We're on. All right. Let's turn that fan off, actually. Whoever is fucking coughing like that. Like, sorry I have anger problems. A bit. Nowadays. Let's see. So, let's just get straight to the shit. For one, when Johnny steps in here, I don't appreciate cursing in front of him, just out of respect. That's my little bro. And I don't like to make anybody feel uncomfortable. I used to have hair. I used to have a ponytail and a long dread coming on this side. Now I don't anymore. It's actually getting hot since I turned off that fan. Oh boy. But you know why not? For one, missing Joshua. It's a couple of things that I can really say about that, you know. Like I just got done talking to my parents. They really missed me, told me. But I can't do anything about that, you know. Maybe I'm lying, maybe I could. But I don't go backwards in life. And I don't want to. Because then I'm trading all the good that has happened. Yeah, it has been a lot of bad, a lot of struggle, a lot of nightmares. But it has also been those moments that I really enjoy. Those hard moments. And if I grow up, you know, my rings. I miss my rings. I used to have one right here and one right here, and this camera is actually confusing me because I'm not used to this, but it is confusing me. Maybe I should. Do I even need this light? Maybe not. Let's take it off. There we go. That's better. It seems like I'm a lot more. I don't know. Seems like deja vu a little. Yeah, who cares about it? Let's just leave that alone. Lining whatsoever. I just cut off my hair. I'm joining the military. Yeah, it was a choice. I never thought I would, honestly. I've always turned it away. But it came down to where, you know, I don't know what else to do. I can't keep selling everything that I'm selling, you know. There has been good weeks, good months, even, but they haven't been constant. I gotta be honest. They haven't been constant. But there has been some good weeks and good months that I've made a lot. Not only tree, but I've sold girl and everything. And I even dance, you know. I've even stripped. And I've even fucked a woman for she paid me 900, but an extra tip of 200. So that's 1100. And the rest of it, that was only one time because it felt weird, you know, it felt weird. I didn't want to do it again. And I believe that was in Bellagio. But in other words, he's in the bathroom. In other words, my parents don't fully, truly understand, but I know they love me, you know, I know. It's it's hard. It's hard trying to explain to the ones that miss the old you. It's unexplainable. Especially speaking of, you know, I just started literally. I just started hit to heal. The I'll say for about 5 months. I've been feeling a lot better since I've been starting to heal, and it's been still hard. Yeah, fuck, it's been hard, especially now. I just so I can get into the military. I'm actually doing the test. I've been studying hard as fuck, back to back, doing these arithmetic problems and math. I've never. Okay, let's just. I'm gonna just say one thing. Honesty. I'm gonna keep my honesty. And for one, I cheated half of my high school year. I gotta be honest. I've even taken kids' papers and wrote my name on because I couldn't understand the shit, and I just didn't want to fail high school. I didn't want to stay in high school. I spent possibly all 4 of my years drinking because I couldn't handle it. I got tired of the teachers. I got tired of the kids. I got tired of fighting. I've always had to fight all my years of high school, just fighting, fighting, fighting. I would get bruises all over my face, leave school and everything. But this is, you know, besides that point, this is actually me working, you know, showing work, getting off my ass, trying to learn this shit. You know, what the fuck is that? You know, I'm learning new shit that I've never even seen in high school. And honestly, that's half done this shit. I was did that yesterday. Honestly, at a glance, it's like the fucking notes I take, I don't even know them. It's like I'm writing down notes for no reason because I don't even understand them. Especially these word practice. Yeah, I had to write that too because this was a question that was so simple that me and my brother went over and he got so quick. But I'm over here sticking on it for about 13, 15 minutes, maybe longer. A whole word problem, just like that. If you can read it quick. I know I have some messy fucking handwriting, but who cares? I can read it. You know. Also, my voice is not really like this. Okay, maybe it's confusing. A lot of people ask my voice. My voice goes deep and it goes like different ways. It goes weird. But you can definitely tell when I'm serious or happy or just joking around or whatsoever. But this is one of those. My voice is just like this for now. But it's gonna go different. Or maybe even when Johnny comes in, it's gonna go different. People believe I'm lying, but honestly, like I tell anyone, that's something I no longer control, and I just work with, no matter what. Fuck it. Why not? Hmm. Shit. Yeah, I'm joining the military. I really don't know what else to fucking do. I have nothing else out here. You know, fuck. I have money, of course, saved up, but not enough. Not enough at all. I know it's not enough. Shit, if it was enough, I would have a car right now. But not only a car, I would have a car that really works, that can move, that won't break down, that won't give me shit. I would have a car right now of my own, not sharing, not asking, not any of that. I would have my own car right now. I used to have a car back in Milwaukee. I used to live in my van for over 2 years. I almost went on going on 3 years until I moved here to Las Vegas with my ex. And I'm not gonna go on that story, but yeah, the past is the past. Life goes on. You know, again, my parents, my siblings, even my sister Gabby, man, she reminds me every time, this is not you. What happened to you, Life happened. I tell everybody that life happened. Life doesn't happen for you, it happens to you. And it's so fucking crazy how it does it. How it does it. Everything you do comes with a reaction. Every action comes with a reaction, you know. That's something my ex taught me. I tell a lot of people, you know, even though people expect me to talk really bad about her, I gotta be honest about one thing that I haven't been fully honest about to some people, and only because it's so fucking hard for me to accept that I took it to that max. And that was my first time ever doing some shit like that to a woman, to her. And I've only been with one woman, so fuck. She's been my only and first woman I've ever had in life. She fucking took my virginity, so what? That's just proof. Back in 20, back in 2022, yeah, she took my virginity here in Vegas. West, not a couple days after I landed, and it wasn't her. It was by my choice. She asked, but yeah, it was my choice. Um, but yeah, fuck, I get sidetracked so fast. But yeah, they all ask, you know, this is not you. This is not the person you are. What happened to the funny, goofy Joshua? Believe me, I was goofy, very funny, very energetic, hyperactive. It was intoxicating to people, very intoxicating. My energy was very intoxicating, aggravating to some people. Some people just couldn't bear it. Some people wanted me to just sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. But not in a mean way. It was just I was just too hyperactive, too innocent minded, but not innocent minded. I was just I've always enjoyed the moment. I still enjoy the moment, but it's more of on a, I'd say, modest level, I guess. I don't know. My parents called it, you know, my parents called it, don't be too much of an adult. I don't know what that means, but, you know, respectfully, I can't go by that. I want to grow. I'm going to grow. I'm going to change. If you ain't changing, then you're choosing. Remember that if you ain't changing, then you're choosing. And not all change is good, but you deal with it. You deal with it, and it's your fault. Everything that has happened to me is on me. It's not on God, and it's not on the devil. It's on me. I've chose it. I've made the moves. I've made the mistakes. Even when I know what the outcome was going to be, I've made them. I've risked it all. I've risked it all, knowing what the outcome was going to be. Sometimes it's gotten easier now. Throughout time of me risking shit. Nowadays, I just say fuck it. Why not? Why not risk it? You know. So it makes more sense to risk it than to be stuck, not knowing. It makes more sense to risk it and keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Fuck, man. Why the fuck do you want to keep dreaming? Why the fuck do you want to keep saying I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this? Why not just I'm I'm doing it. I'm doing this. I'm doing it. There's no other way. There's no other option. There's no other solution. There's no other fucking shit that makes more sense than this. That's what the fuck I do. That's what the fuck I do. I risk it all. What the fuck do I got to lose? At all. What do I got to lose? And that's a question for you. Even for me, because I know I don't got shit to lose. Yeah, my family will maybe say I got something to lose. No, I don't got you guys to lose. I don't got nobody to lose. My nephews, my nieces, my anybody I love, I don't got them to lose. I just got them here. And they're not here 24/7. And that's not personal. I'm just being realistic. I'm speaking the facts. Nobody's here 24/7. There are times that you're going to be alone and you got to deal with that shit. Mentally and physically, but more mentally. The weakest part of your fucking body is your mental. That's the weakest fucking part, and you got to strengthen that shit. Because if you don't strengthen that shit, then you're going to fucking break. You're talking to... I've been homeless many of times, and there's no fucking flex. That's on... I've just learned a lot from that. That's on me. That's on me. Let's get back to what I was going to admit, though. what I've been running away from, because I couldn't bring it to myself that I did it, because I'm still ashamed of it to this day, honestly. That restraining order that's on me right now, still, or maybe it only lasts 1 year. I keyed my ex's car. I keyed Nicole Andrea Lopez's car, and I'm sorry about it. Actually, I'm not sorry. I gotta be honest. I'm not sorry, but I'm ashamed that I did it. Yes. I would be lying if I said I'm sorry. And it's not because you deserved it. You didn't deserve that at all. But I'm not sorry. Because if I was sorry, I wouldn't have did it. If I was sorry, I wouldn't have went that far. Keying all over her car with a rock. A sharp rock that I knew what I was doing. Now, was I sober? I could remember the less. I don't remember. I was maybe drinking, or maybe for the first time, I believe I took a gummy or a perk or something. I was emotional, but I don't blame that shit, because I still know what I was doing. I remember what I picked up. I remember everything that happened before I even went to that car. Now what happened after, I don't remember fully. My mental is fucked up a little, or a lot, who knows. Throughout the time of me being homeless here in Vegas, 114 degrees, 102 degrees. Man, I'm fucking from Midwest. I'm used to the cold. But it's just, throughout time of being homeless, of living on the streets of Vegas, when my ex kicked me out, I lived on the street. The fucking big ass roaches and the fucking bed bugs scratching up my skin. The crackheads. Some of them were my friends. I made some of them my friends. Some of them I worked with. Just, and some of them I confided in, Some of them I fell for. Some of them I cried for. It was hard. Some of them who lived under Vegas in the sewage, I fell for. It's a lot. And the sun burned my head a lot, Around that time, I was also bald. Man, I remember, I was working landscaping. But, this was also before I got into landscaping. Everything was burning. My head was burning, and just trying to stick everything out. It was so much, so much going on. And, my ex was still working. She was a stripper, a dancer. If you watch this, come on, don't give a fuck. Don't not give a fuck about it, whatever I say. Because I'm a fucking stripper. I danced. I did shit that I didn't want to do. So you don't got to feel bad about that shit. If you do, then fuck it. Because then that just means that you just don't know how to accept shit. And you taught me that. You taught me how to accept shit. So you better accept that. Because you were a fucking stripper. You were a hoe. Just like me. I was a fucking hoe. But we were paid hoes. So what the fuck do we have to be ashamed for? I accept everything I've done. In my fucking life, I accept everything I've done. Even before you. There has been some fucked up shit I've done in Milwaukee that, Shit. I don't know. But basically, if I'm being true, it's just uh, I don't regret it. I don't regret anything at all. I did, but I slept it off. So pretty much, let's see.
What?
Yeah, I don't regret anything. I can't because I honestly decide not to. Yeah, it maybe seems stubborn of me, but I decide not to regret anything. I decide not to apologize for anything that I've done and I put time into. You know, fuck, damn. I know I still feel that shit though. I didn't want to do that shit to her car, but it's my fault, and I've done it. I can't take it back. What hurts the most is when, uh, 2 weeks after, Ingrid, Ingrid, her sister, rest in peace, Ingrid. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can say I continue to say I'm sorry for that. There was a text that way before that, she called me, and we stuck on the phone for 4 to 5 hours. She was checking on me, and she wanted to see if I was okay. And we had a long talk about a lot of shit. And she kept telling me, it's not on you. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, Papa. You know, a lot of things happen. Long story short, but it's not your fault, Papa. Don't you fucking cry. Don't you be a pussy. You're gonna move on in life. You're gonna continue doing the shit that you do. And same for Amira, even though you left me on red, you know, she was blunt as fuck, and she just said it how it is. She just said find something to distract you. She just said, just she said it just like that. She didn't drag anything out. I didn't expect more, but I just wanted some advice. Like, how the fuck do I move on from this shit? She just said, find something to distract you and keep going. Just keep focusing on that. Focus on you. Just focus on you. Just do that shit. Life goes on. It's crazy that they both said the same thing. Ingrid and Amira said the same thing. And then her closest friend, said the same thing, Karina. And I'm like, this shit must be true. Life does go on. I started to believe it even more, Just focus on me. Now I've been doing that. It took a long time. Definitely took a long time, but I've been focusing on me. And then I hear that people were making calls to her. Now I gotta admit, 2 of those calls were on me because I allowed them to. I just said, fuck it. If you want to make the call, why not? Yeah. 2 of them, I just let happen. I'm accountable for that shit. I let my boy Doug call Nicole. And he ended up making it a prank call. And I almost broke when I heard her voice. And I couldn't stop him. In me, I felt I couldn't stop him because I was still broken. I was still shocked to hear her voice. And as she answered, and he called her again, and then called her again, and he called her again. And I kept feeling that shit. And then as soon as my sis got out of the cells, it wasn't her fault. But I was still in my mode and I was still hurting. So I ended up venting to her and I would telling her, just how much I was hurt. So she ended up calling her. It was my fault still because I gave her Nicole's number or she already had Nicole's number because Nicole was talking to her once and Nicole told her that she could call her anytime while she was in holding in prison, my little sister. But still, it was still on me. I allowed her to call and whatsoever. It's a lot of shit on me. But then after that, long story short, months after that, then people started doing prank calls on me. How the fuck did that happen? Like, that was crazy. People started bringing it back on me, and that's when it just kept going and everything. But still, then it goes back, and it brings me back to the solution of how did that all change me? How did it all bring to my parents and my siblings saying that, you don't got to grow up so fast, you don't got to be this serious, non-joking person, non-funny person. I believe I'm still somewhat funny and goofy in my own ways. It comes out every once in a while. Is it hard? Yeah. I can't always be that person. Not by choice. But it's just, I've accepted who I am now. It took a long time, but I've definitely accepted who I am now. I just can never be the same person who I was. I can just look at the pictures and the videos. The pictures and the videos that my siblings send me or my parents send me, or the ones that I kept. That's all I can keep. Honestly, one of the hardest things is my anger. It seems like my anger has got out of control. Very out of control. Like my anger is deeply out of control to where I can't control it anymore, and that scares me. Not a lot of things scare me in this fucking life. I've died even fucking 3 times within 1 hour in a fucking gas station because yeah. 2 weeks before, I almost got caught because I had 2 grams of girl, and long story short, I almost got caught, so I had to swallow the 2 bags. Happily, I cut half of it, but I swallowed both bags into my body, and that was one. They were they were they were in saran wrap, 2 grams cut, but I think one of them were halfway ripped, and that's how my body started reacting to it. It fucked me up. And then a couple weeks after that, that's when I end up I just kept smoking. I just kept smoking my weed and shit. Kept drinking, trying to figure out what the fuck's happening. I'm not on Medicare anymore. So like, what the fuck, I'm like, the only thing I got is donating blood, Not only the money, but that was the one way I had for them to check my body. So I went there. They checked my body. They said my blood pressure was good, everything, Of course, my hematocrit was just still low. Long story short, I get all that checked. I'm good. I feel I'm good. I think I'm good. Long story short, I donate. I get done. Loss of blood, and including everything that just happened throughout that whole entire 3 weeks. Yeah, throughout that whole entire 3 weeks, everything. Me taking that down, possibly, God forbid, I would have overdosed, and drinking and smoking and losing blood. And that same time, I remember when I left the blood donation place, I also didn't eat after that. I didn't drink anything after that. I risked it because I was just going through it mentally. So, and I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't multitask. I couldn't do anything. I was just had so much in my head. My head was screaming and banging. So I'm on a bus. Long story short, I get off the bus because I'm feeling all dizzy, really dizzy to the point where I couldn't see shit. I'm burning up. My body's burning up and sweating, and I'm just lost. Just eyes are dilating on the bus. So I get up, and I'm trying to walk my ass off the bus. And I walk toward the gas station. Slowly, I'm almost falling over. I almost get to crawling on the ground. I get into the gas station. I try to lunge myself. I lunge myself toward the freezer, grab the electrolyte drink, and slam it on the counter and say, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy this. I already feel myself breathing. I'm about to fall out. I just knock out. I fall back, head hits the ground hard, body just drops, and I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything at all. I didn't feel nothing. I felt like that was the most peaceful moment in my fucking life. I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't hear anything. I don't know what happened. I wake back up, and all I see is 3 people over me. And you're like, hey, we didn't know what to do. We checked your pulse. You didn't have a pulse whatsoever. We didn't know what to do. I'm just getting up. I take a sip of the electrolyte drink, and I just sip it. And I'm like, I'm going to pay for this. I'm going to pay for this. Just and I just fall out again. And I knock out. Again, I don't feel anything. But I didn't know that was going to happen again. So then I wake up again. I don't know. They said I was out the first time for 3 to 4 minutes. And then I wake back up, and then I'm out for like another 2 to 3 minutes. Then that's when I wake back up. That's when I'm like, okay, I feel like it's going to happen again. I said, all right, okay, I'm going to scan this card, and I'm going to pay for it. I'm over here trying to scan the card. I'm trying to pull my wallet out. All of a sudden, I take another sip first, and then I'm trying to pull the wallet out. I can't get it out, and it feels like I'm using more strength. I'm getting agitated. I'm getting pissed off because I don't know what the fuck's happening. Then I just knock out again. Long story short, I get it back up. Now I chug it. And I sit there breathing on the counter. I'm just praying. Just, God, please help me. Please help me. Please help me. I'm just there praying. And I'm just there, just sitting there over the counter. They're all like, should we call 911? Should we call 911? I'm like, no, don't call 911. Don't do that at all. For one, I just took 2 grams down. I don't tell them that, but I know I just took 2 grams down my throat. It's in my system right now. Maybe. I'm smoking. I smoke Tella, the gummies. And I donated blood. Halfway, I barely have blood in my body. Of course, I'm dehydrated. I didn't eat anything. So, of course, yeah. And then you guys say you guys don't feel the pulse. No, I definitely don't need a hospital because then there's going to be hospital bills. Okay, yeah, maybe, God forbid, I was pretty much going to be dead, but I wasn't going to deal with no hospital bills. Yeah, it sounds stupid, but I'm not going to deal with no fucking hospital bills. I haven't even started my credit yet. You think I'm going to deal with that shit? I'm not going to let that fuck me up. So I deal with it. I remember that night, and if I were to go there, oh my gosh, I felt like I was reborn. I was like, you know what? I know I donated. I got $40 on this. I'm gonna buy all the fucking sweet snacks I can, and I'm just gonna jump my sugar all the way up. Fuck what's happening with my body. I go around the whole gas station after I get my energy back, and I get up off the counter. They're like, hey, you should sit down. You should sit down. I'm like, I just need to get something else to eat, So I'm trying to give him my card like it's a fucking tab and shit. I'm like, no. He's like, no, just sit down. I'm like, I need to eat something. So I go ahead and grab a tuna sandwich. I love tuna sandwiches. I grab a tuna sandwich. I grab chips. I grab donuts. I grab everything. And I grab more soda. I grab another electrolyte. I even grabbed the full box of Pop-Tarts that had 8 pastries in it. I put it all on the counter. I said, I don't care how much, just scan it. I know I got enough. I buy it. I take it all to the slot machine. I'm just there munching all of it. Just praying. And I'm just like, I'm just shocked. Shocked hell away that what the fuck just happened. Long story short, it surprised me a lot. But then I called my brother TJ. Then I called Johnny. And I'm like, dude, I just fucking died. And I'm like, no, dude, they didn't feel a pulse on my wrist. They didn't feel a pulse on my neck. I was gone. I had no air coming out of my lungs. I was gone. Didn't nobody do CPR on me either. Nobody did CPR on me. That's what I wasn't mad, but I was disappointed. Like, come on, you guys don't want to do CPR to help somebody back up. You guys would rather stick on the phone try to call somebody. Nobody's answering, but you guys don't want to do CPR at all. You guys didn't at least want to just bang my chest, just bang my chest. I wouldn't have minded that. So I'm like, bruh, okay. After that, honestly, after that moment in my life, I know all I had was me and God. I've always believed it was just me and God, but after that point, I know I couldn't depend on nobody else in this world at all. In this world, I, after that point, I know it's just me and God. I know now, dude. Now you gotta get your fucking shit. Now you gotta figure this shit out. Now that it's only you and God, nobody else fucking matters. Nobody. This is you and your fucking life. If you, God forbid, go right now, life still goes on. Bills still get paid by other people. I don't have bills, so nobody's paying my bills. Fuck. But they're still paying their bills. They're still working hard. Or they're not working hard. Who gives a fuck? I'm gone. They're still fucking. They're still smoking, drinking. Some of them being low life, some of them not. Some of them really getting shit done. Some of them really care about their fucking lives and where they want to be 2-3 years from now. Like I did. Like I still do. Like I'm going through. Only put off. And that's why I've kept saying this for years now. Over 6 years. Only put off what you are willing to die having undone. I'm saying it again. Only put off what you are willing to die having undone. Time waits for no one. Anything good takes time. What's really for you, no one can take. You know, nobody cares. And if you don't know it, then now you know. Nobody cares. And even though it'll be that person saying, no, don't believe that, I care. No. You know, fuck that. Fuck what they say. Real situation expose real motherfuckers. And always believe that. Believe it. It taught me. And it showed me. Believe all you see. No. Keep all you hear. Keep all you hear, but believe all you see. Keep all you hear, but believe all you see. Real situation expose real motherfuckers, no matter what. Real niggas gonna fuck real niggas, and believe that. Life ain't no fucking game. There ain't no cheat codes in this shit. You're gone, you're gone. You're down, you're down. You up, then you're up. But know that shit. Nah, success is a fucking rented thing. Success is rented. It's not owned. If you're up, you're up. You're down, you're down. But if you don't keep that shit going, you'll lose it. Stay humble. Stay driven. Keep that ambition. Keep that dedication. Don't lose that shit. Yeah, don't lose that shit. I'm not gonna go over my whole entire fucking life. Because I continuously don't stop talking about my fucking life. That's all I want to fucking talk about. That's all people hear. I got people who say, oh, you're talking about your life again. Oh, here you're saying this phrase again. You're saying this quote again. Yes, I'm saying that fucking shit again because I believe it and I live by it. Of course I'm saying that shit again. If you don't want to hear it, get the fuck out of my face. If you don't want to hear it, tell me personally to shut the fuck up. Tell me to stop talking. If you don't want to hear it. I could care less of what you think. I could care less of what you do or how you move. You know, there has been many people in my life that I love still. But I've had to let some people go. A lot of people go, actually. I barely have anybody by my side. But I have the real ones by my side, the real ones that help me. If you don't help me, if you don't bring me anything, and I'm not talking about collateral, I'm not talking about financial, but if you don't bring me anything that can help me mentally or physically with my health, or my mental. That's all included. Why the fuck do I need you in my fucking life? Why the fuck do I need you in my fucking life? Why do I need you on my callers list? Matter of fact, nobody fucking calls me on this phone. My other phone, over there, in my other phone. Nobody fucking calls me on that phone. Nobody calls me on Instagram on these fucking phones. Why the fuck do I need you? Be honest. Why the fuck do you need them? They don't fucking care about you. Nobody cares. I believe that nobody fucking cares. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. Well, it's a good and a bad thing, but fuck it. Accept it. Live it. Breathe it. Milk it, drink it, and enjoy it. Because it's the fucking truth. I love what I've learned over life and throughout life. I love it. I love it. But don't you fucking look me in my eyes and tell me that you care. Because I can see it. I'm looking into your fucking eyes every time I'm in front of you. You better believe I'm looking into your fucking eyes every time I'm talking to you. I'm reading you. I'm observing you. I know who the fuck you are. You can't lie to me. You can't finesse, as my ex would say. Tell you again. Like a lot of people don't understand. Me and my ex went through a lot of shit. But she taught me a lot of shit. She taught me a lot of shit. I peeped game. She never thought I did, but I peeped game. She never thought I was watching, but there's always somebody watching. There's always somebody watching. When you think nobody's watching and nobody's listening, there's always somebody listening. The times that she thought I wasn't listening, I was just comprehending. I was letting it go through my head because I can't get shit that fast. I can't understand shit that fast. I can't comprehend shit that fast. I couldn't back then. I can now. Half of the shit. I'm still learning. I'm still getting better. Each day I live, I get better at every fucking thing I want to. If I want to get better at it, I will get better at it because I'm applying it to my every fucking day schedule. If you knew better, you would do better. There's always somebody listening, and there's always somebody watching. Keep all you hear. Believe all you see. Real situation expose real motherfuckers no matter what. Focus on you. Focus only on fucking you. And there's people who are gonna think you're fucking selfish. You're fucking hollow, fucking mean, fucking sad. Fuck what you think. Fuck your fucking opinions. They don't mean shit for me. They don't pay shit for me. I'm so not sorry. Fuck it. Fuck it. Selah is what I say now. And what I've been saying. Selah. Momentos como Estes. I have a house that I know I can go to. It's practically mine. A girl stays there. Her name is Melina. The only reason it's mine is because when I was dancing, I gave her enough money to keep that house up. Not by law, it's mine. Not by law. I put it in her name because I wanted to stay off grid of all the shit that I do. She's awesome, you know. We the house that she has that I found and that I gave her enough money to hold from dancing, just from dancing. I've only been stripping for some time, but not a long time at all. That house still stands right now, at least until I go into the military. The only thing about that house is she has finally now got a guy. Now, I never had feelings for her, but I've always felt for her because I care so much about her. And she's also not from here. She's from Bulgaria. I respect her, and I respect that. I want her to keep elevating. Even when I go into the military, as I'm continuing my music and everything. Here, I can purposely stay here, purposely, because it's gonna motivate me. It's gonna move me. It gives me no choice but to go to the military. It pushes me to go to the military, to leave everything here in the past, every fucking thing here in the past. I call this a fucking shelter, if you want to be real. I've hit rock bottom so many times. There is no fucking rock bottom. There is no fucking mud. There's just me. And only you can control that shit. Again, if you knew better, you would do better. Hold on, buddy. So I'm just gonna end this now, and I'm gonna continue what I do, and that's all. Merciiblakk, also known as Joshua J. Brooks, the person that you miss, and that you all miss.